Early morning. Wake up here at Silver Sands. Oh, we can't turn this off. Uh, uh. The bathing suit still today? Because I saw there's like a wind yesterday. So this is early morning. Wake up here at. So this is the view. So I don't get water view. I get land view, road view. That's the car park there. And yeah, this is. I may not quite know which part we did. How were we did? Well, anyway, we are at Hideaway Royalton Blue Waters. And it's between Falmouth and Silver Sands. That's all I can tell you. I mean, technically it's kind of Falmouth, but Falmouth is a good ways away. Jamaica is which I guess is true of the Caribbean and probably all over the world. But just let's say, I'm talking about Jamaica right now, where I am. Oh, birds flying high, you know how I feel. So yeah, me deliberate say me no want, cause they had me in a ground floor room with resort view, which basically means say they're looking at other people morning when you're up on your, like if I was here now on my balcony, or I'd have probably been on a patio. People are walk by. I guess it would be social, but I mean, I like. What was it? What was that thing that used to be? I forgot what it was called. We had to go. You were forced to engage with people. Oh my God, what was it called again? It's on the tip of my tongue. It's somewhere in my brain, swimming around, but it's not coming to me directly. Well, where the idea you go to these places, go to resorts, and the whole idea is for you to bond and make friend and what. Man. I was really and truly, I wasn't looking for that experience. I was just looking for a place to stay. And I considered Airbnb, which is, or a villa or somewhere, which is actually my preference, a private space. Because, yeah, I just wanted to chill. And I'm just not even when I go for vacation, because I'm not a big fan of these big resort with bongo, noko, playmakers, blah, de, rah, this one, I'm very antisocial. As much as I engaging, and clearly by making these videos and posting them you can see that the big pandas connecting with people and so on, but in a particular kind of way. But it's like big bagadasha party scene in the resort. I'm not for it. But this was what was the better option, comparative price wise. That's what it was going to cost me for a private space compared to a couple $100 more in this kind of space. And then, of course, in this kind of space, the convenience of food is there, amenities are there, all the things that are thrown in, housekeeping, right? An unlimited drink and food, because 24/7 you can drink and eat here, right? Even though it becomes a little bit unwieldy because only so much we can drink and only so much we can eat. And plus also, I'm really here doing stuff with family. So even today, the whole day I'm with family, which I'm looking forward to. It was fun last night. I went and had a couple hours with them last night and it was lovely. I came to surprise my cousin for her 70th birthday and she was surprised. And then her daughter was even more chuffed. So yeah, and her daughter is like, I swear to God, her daughter, that's a child. That's that's a child that I likely would have raised. Just in terms of her social consciousness and her politics and her engagement with a culture in a way that resonates, right? And clearly independently so. Like, never nothing to do with her rearing or anything like that. I mean, maybe there were moments around me, but really and truly, I leave it to her mother and her and just herself. Like how I would imagine that I came into my own, right? In the same way. With, of course, influences from my social connections and my friends and people I've met along the way that provoked a certain engagement with the things that I go to and consume and document and share here. Some of it, not all of it. So I imagine that's the same road for her. But anyway, lovely, 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 jubbly. So really and truly, it's not like me come here, stay at the resort and, I make use of everything. So, yeah, a lot of times I'm not even there. What the hell is over there? How are that? You see things that move up and down. is that I can't tell what that is. Is it some kind of water? Well, it was like animals running around, but I don't think that's it. It's like some kind of churning. I'm kind of curious, but me also afraid. Bit too curious. You see it? How what that? Me can't make sense of what me I see. And sometimes you don't want to know things too much. What the hell is that? Huh. I don't know. But leave it be. Yeah, so buses are coming to drop off. See, and what I love is like around the corner is actually, yeah, that's the entrance there. So the lobby and all that. Quite lovely. But yeah, I'm up on this side, look a parking area. And somebody's down there. Again, one of those lonely jobs where you're monitoring the parking lot. Security for the parking area. And this is staff. You see the fancy car them? But me don't know what I did next door. Anyway, I think I've lost the plot in this little video post. I basically came out to show. This is about 6 a.m. And then, can I just... So this is like like literally it's at Highway 2000? Highway 2000, right? So this cuts across the north coast, and in areas it becomes like a highway, like multi-split, multiple lane highway. But here I think it just becomes a 2-lane road, but very smooth. This road this is not like the road I'm up a country. And even the road up a country now, Jamaican roads, I have to say, in the last few times I've come here, mostly improved. Yes, there's still areas where you have, the river wide potholes, but generally, would argue say across the island, even upper country, the interior is pretty good. But this road here never bad, like smooth. Kind of you have to move the economic product across the island, and up here is where the corridor of hotels are that brings in business for the island. So as me keep saying to people, yes, we cuss and carry on about tourists and tourism, but at the end of the day, what the people have to do? We can't cuss and carry on because we can't come and go and have other resources. Other people who don't work in tourism can carry on and cuss and carry on. But well, look at that. The brother with I think it's like a push cart. I don't know what he has in that push cart. That's my curiosity. Like, they want to go a road now to consume whatever product is in that push cart, because I know it will be good. Is it peanuts? Is it porridge? Is it soup? Or maybe nothing? The early morning preparations happening. So anyway, so this Highway 2000 moves people across, like from Mobay, and this would go across the north coast, northern part of the island, right across to all the way to, I think, Portland. No? Because it go Trelawny, and then it goes through St. Anne, so Ocho Rios, and it goes over through St. Mary, so into Aracabessa, and then it goes over into Portland, yeah. So Port Antonio, and then beyond to St. Thomas, because of course now the highway on the south coast from Kingston to St. Thomas now, which then goes into Portland, I think meets it. So I think the idea is to eventually have a wraparound highway system, because of course there's a cut across from Kingston to Ocho Rios, and then now there's one that's being built from, there's one that now goes also from Kingston to Mandeville, to center of the island, and then from Mandeville now it's one going all the way through to Montego Bay, and then there's one from Montego Bay that goes through to Negril. Now these are not like a straightaway highway like you have in North America. It's like, it's basically cutting through where there were more difficult winding roadway to then meet where, like here for example, is like I think would have been the regular road that was pretty straightforward, pretty smooth. But then at certain points now where it was a bit more jagged, it's what they've sort of evened out. So then these areas I think they've kept, and then it's just connected to like those straightaways. So there are areas that are much more straightaway, speedy, gets you across, gets you to places. Anyway, or so I think. That is my proposition based on what I've observed. I don't really know these things. It's just a chat from when I observe it. That's how it looked to me. But I think I'm not far off. So yeah, so this is like a nowhere, Norway, which I love. This like, it's not in no big center area. It's not Ochi. It's not Falmouth. It's not even Silver Sands. So going that way, which is going, so with it on the north, so that is going, I want to say that is going east. Yes, that's going eastward that way, westward that way. Oh, little birdie. Yeah, that's going towards Ocho Rios, and that's going towards Montego Bay. So yeah, so another bush. But my thing with Jamaica and the Caribbean generally, I think, mostly, when they build house, some people build, co-op this so. Isn't that like and you'd think those would be, because in North America, those would be apartment buildings. And I think some of them might be, or even condos. No, that's one smarty yard. Like, but can you imagine the view? Because the water is behind me. So, like, behind me is the water, which you can't see from this angle. But look upon their house there. So this would be like a nice, if you want a chill, quiet area. So a lot of people also when they come, some of those probably also, you can Airbnb sections of them, if not the whole thing. And so you stay up there, so, and then, you walk down to the beach, or you drive down, or you book they have Uber here and Lyft down kind of sitting as well. But you get private taxi companies, or you walk a road and jump in a sitting away carry public transportation as well. Or, the regular route taxis as they call them, that traverse these roads back and forth. Or you get your private, and they pick up people along the way. Or you get your private one. Or you walk, which wouldn't be too bad. So some people like that. You just go up on the hill and you're away from the water, and then you also walk down. And of course, when you have flooding, when you have like barrel that flood out the place, I think it's wise not to be so right on the water's edge. I used to always think, yeah man, we want to buy the water, but when me see how flooding happen, or when I think of tsunamis, I want the little higher. I don't mind see the water, but I don't want it right next to it. Alright. So I had to put some stuff out to dry, but the wind was so bad that I had to reinforce them. This towel is alright. It survived. And this one, and then my... Oh, it's not bad, because it's hot out here. It's actually nice and temperate right now. It's not cold, but it's breezy. Cool. Oh, you know what I think those are? Those are almond trees. Yesterday I was trying to figure out what they were, but I think they're almond trees. And I remember, when the kids used to pick them up and then drop, and you could bite. See some of them live on the ground right now. And you wash them, and you actually chew the skin, and it's sweet. And then when you get to the almond, you broke it open and you eat the almond. And around here, so it's another side, also the back side of the hotel. I think that is, that's a gorgeous tree. It's like a rubber, isn't it a rubber tree? Something in the tropics, eh? Things just dash with it and then just grow. There's another property over there, so I see people walking by. A local road down there. It's like a dredger, this thing. I'm trying to understand what it do. So the question is, should I have some brekkie here? Because, it's going to be bacchanal food already, I'm hearing. So apparently my aunt has it all catered for the day. So there'll be breakfast, and then there'll be lunch, and then there'll be dinner. It's like a day of hanging out and just chilling, and then there'll be apparently entertainment. So, all right. So I think I could end this little post. You know, these are the like. I don't know if I'll ever get to the day of doing the fancy. You know how other people them blog. This 15 minute would have been like, you know, everything with them do on the trip. And me like these little meandering blah blah blah. Probably because I love to hear myself chat. You know things that people accuse people of and people go, oh my god, no I'm not. And I'm like, yes, pretentious, full of myself. Things that when I have to say is important, everybody needs to hear it. Which is why other people, some people just, most people skip it. Other people are engaged, you know, whoever is interested, right? And there's a sun, yes. So the sun rising in the east, coming up. And now it's nice, but you know, in a few minutes even, it's going to be toasty. Because when I arrived, this I was like, oh my God, even when you are inside in air conditioning, it's humid. And so the poor American tourists, which I find interesting, this property is predominantly African American tourists who are here. It's interesting that I see. When I think of when I look at the demographic of who posts and who tells stories and who you see in these spaces, a lot of, I shouldn't say very young, it's a range, but mostly younger, because they come to, you know, all-inclusive party, and the Canadians. But I think so far all out here is I've heard mostly African American accents and friendly. They're in a vibe. They're like, you know, out to have fun, and everybody's been very friendly and pleasant and chill, and then of course the big reveal and surprise is how many queer people are here. Like clearly queer, like, you know, couples are here and groups are here, men hanging out, women hanging out, and you know, and to the point where you look at McCann, it's almost like they sold something they can't tell for sure whether which team who they play for, because we're not sure. Also, because it's not a heavy, and what that means is that it's not a heavy alpha male heteronormative kind of, you know, environment. It's chill. So yeah, clearly there are straight people here, and predominantly I would argue, but you don't get that kind of awful homophobic whatever vibe that you can get, or that heavy kind of man I look gal girls are like being available, because that's sometimes how it plays. I mean, to be honest, I know that some of also what's happening is some of the sisters are kind of engaging in a flip away with a little kind of, you know, that happens. That does happen. All right, we done? Any of it makes sense? We just wake up and, you know, my brains are work properly yet. So I just have blah, 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 ray. Yeah, and I'll share my sleep pattern, because I left Toronto when Saturday morning, and Friday night I went out to the Grooving in the Park, which was lovely. I had a good time. I'm watching the video back. Lovely, jubbly. And then I didn't really sleep. I didn't bother going to bed because I knew I had to be, when I got home, I had to sort of organize myself. I'm never sure when I'm traveling, it's rare for me to be able to go to sleep, because last minute packing, make sure I have what I need, and just lots of my, you know, thoughts racing. And then I decided just to Nevada. So I just stay up, shave, shower, and then I had to be at the airport for like 4 something. What is that he's carrying? Oh my God. What kind of machine that? Wow, you'd almost think like an alien, like he's going to, it's like Men in Black. What if I suddenly see a Men in Black moment? What kind of machine that? See, that's what him do. It's gonna make noise. It looks like one of those things that they use when they're spraying for like mosquitoes or something. Give me hear some sound. Yeah. Oh, clear. Swear to God, some alien got pop out tight and show up. Doesn't it look like Men in Black? I swear to God, you have your phone. That's why it's hard for me to put up my phone. Because we just never you put it on something like this, it's gonna happen. So if I did turn it off at 15 minutes, would I miss this? Anyway, while he's doing that, what was I finishing? Oh yes, my sleep pattern was off. So I didn't sleep. So then the whole time yesterday when I was traveling on Saturday, 27th, July 27th, literally I was just like a zombie. Yeah, it looks like one of those things. Because I remember when my dad used to spray bananas. It looks like one of those things where there's a container with some kind of liquid, and then whatever looks like it sprays. That's interesting. So you stop this one, did that demonstration for me. So is he revving it up? I know I'm gonna see this again. Ah, here we go. And he has a protective gear on. So I think it's some kind of spraying. Because when I was in Cayo Coca in Cuba, Lord God, no, them have mosquito. Jesus Christ. And they would do that during the daytime and then in the evenings. But sometimes, baby. Okay, so then it's, what am I gonna know? Put on in protective gear. There he goes. Is that, I guess this is where the there we go. Must be where the mosquitoes are. You know, my friend Rosie stayed here. She stayed here in the early days when I think they first opened, and she said the mosquito thing was horrible. So of course, when I booked here, I was thinking, holy shit, this is the place Rosie was talking about. Because of course, the Royalton and Negril is fantastic. I've been there. I haven't stayed there, but I dropped people off, moved around the property. Beautiful, beautiful, and she loved that. But and then she said that they have this one. I think there might be even another one. I think I saw another one somewhere as well. I think there's a Royalton, one in Mobay, one in Negril, and maybe in some other places. Anyway, she was telling me how they said they were just fighting off mosquito the whole time. Lovely, beautiful property, which it is. So that was my sudden big fear. Was, oh Lord. But no, she said when I sent her the thing, she said, Lord Rosie, may I go to a place where you said, well, she laughed, and she said, actually no, they've improved this much better. That she stayed here since. And clearly this is what I'm doing. Now, this here fumes are come towards me. So that's interesting to do the parameter so then it all blows into the property. I swear to God. You can smell it, like a kind of sulfur smell. So I guess you do the interesting, eh? The human brain and capacity to figure these things out always amaze me. So he's all the way over there. And I guess it's where the mosquitoes would breed, right? In the moist, wet areas. Because these are like marshland. It's very marshy. Looks like. It's quite a dramatic figure. It's a little phenomena. It's a whole thing. Look at the plumes of smoke everywhere. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought it was. It's one of those. Usually, when they did bananas, it was on the back. It was like almost like a knapsack. And then they walked around, and I think actually I don't remember it being more of this spray. It's very less motorized. It was more like they had a lever. Whereas this one is like rear motor. No, it's like it's a burn. So sometimes you see all this, I thought it was fire. The drama came with this Wow. Thank you. It's like a little short movie. Is that for the mosquitoes?
Yes, yes.
So it's spraying for mosquitoes.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir.
So all around the property they do that?
Yes,
'Cause
yes.
you used to have a bad mosquito problem here, right? But we don't notice none anymore, so it must work. That's good. Thank you.
Right.
It's really good. All right, so there it is. See, is there any more smoke coming from back there? Yeah, we can't see that. So anyway, it probably will rise around. No, because actually, ever since I've been here, there's been no mosquitoes since I arrived. No trace. And trust me, I've been places where the minute you step on it, you feel the mosquito in this around you. Okay, yeah, there's some. Is he coming back? I love that casual. Behind. He's just wandering through. That was cool. All right. It was gonna be like a 5-minute video. Now it's 30 minutes. You see how things happen? I mean, you know, that's the thing with documenting life. Life is always going on, and I need to learn that you can't document everything. Woo-hoo. Lots of see. All right, it's almost 30 minutes now. There's a transfer bus delivering a set of tourists from the like, my God, Montego Bay Airport is busy. Jesus, it was non-stop yesterday. Okay, now I can feel the heat. Remember I said it was cool? Now it's not so cool anymore. It's a bit of a breeze, but you can feel the humidity start. All right. Very eventful, more than I thought it would be. I am vibing on this room. light up my TV now. Come out, pull out, but otherwise, I'm vibing on it. All right. Good morning.